There's a lot going on there. My first thought is effing magic, man. I'm just so when I see this villain, I think like, oh, they're doing a crossover with Conan, and this is like a Conan villain. And I don't read Conan, but like this is like the impression I get, like that he would have like some sort of weird sorcerers like this that would do these types of things. I have no idea if this is a brand new villain or if he's got a history at Marvel. I forgot to look it up. I think I think this is an interesting story. Like, I don't hate this story because I think it's like very different. It's got an interesting flair. What I like about this issue is the sort of team up of unlikely characters. So you have Callisto and Storm, as well as Celine with Amara and Rachel, kind of teaming up throughout this. So the sort of like the enemy of my enemy is my friend type of logic as you go through this is somewhat interesting. As we talked about with the last issue, because I was so fond of the way that JR's pencils looked in that issue, mainly I think due to the inker. This issue I'm more of a critique from. I think everything looks a little bit like kind of muddy and faded. That would be another reason why I would like seek out a reprint. Was there any sort of restoration done with the art? Is this because of like poor scans or something like that? I don't think that's the case. I think that the case here is just that they sort of didn't pencil this as dark or as crisp as I would maybe like, or as the last issue had that. To go through with this. I kind of feel like also from a story perspective, we're kind of thrown in. Like I almost feel like I'm missing something. I went and looked up, like, was this a crossover and there's like other issues? Was there a mini series? And I know they didn't do that stuff back then, but obviously Secret Wars was kind of like the first of its kind for that type of stuff. But like, was it, this feels like you're reading the X-Men. There's some event going on, and you only get the X-Men issues, but you didn't get the main series or collect all of the tie-ins, so you're just kind of getting one little angle to the issue. I feel very much just like kind of thrown into things, and I get that like once the amulet was activated, he just kind of like his power kind of sprung up, but there was no build up. Like what we could have had a couple issue with him like turning people and sort of like amassing his power, but what, like the minute somebody just touches the amulet, like he just automatically is at full strength. It kind of feels a little odd from that perspective and just throws me off. And I'm going to have even more complaints with that on the next issue, but I'm going to save those thoughts because I seriously seek things out to see if I'm missing something when we start off the next issue. I don't hate this. I just I feel like I should have liked this more. I guess that's why I'm like a little frustrated from both a storytelling perspective as well as from an art perspective, because I do like a lot of the elements here, but it's just like I feel like I'm missing something, and I'm frustrated that I'm missing something. I don't know if that makes sense. What are your
No,
thoughts?